Oh, I'm so hungry. Oh, what's anything in the fridge? Oh, no. It's, oh, yeah, no, that's all bad as well. Oh, anything. Give me some food. Oh, give me some food. Oh, let's eat it. No, moldy. Oh, mold. Oh, no, okay, I better get something from the stove. Oh, yeah, let's eat a little bit of. Oh, yes, a pie. Yes, give me a pie. Anything on the stove? Oh, yes, let's eat some stew. I'm starving. Oh, let's eat some meat stew as well. Oh, whew, that should hopefully last me just a moment. Oh no. Oh, my stomach is so full. So welcome to some 7 Days to Die Alpha 18, where food can make you really, really sick. And if that happens, well, hopefully you have a toilet. Actually, I don't have a toilet. No wonder it gets so messy on the floor. So, how do you handle when you have no food? Well, you can go out and do some hunting. That works. But if you want the really good food, you have to do your farming. And that's what we're going to look at today. So I'm going to cover how to do the farming in Alpha 18, which has changed from Alpha 17, Alpha 16, and how it works with the farm plots and the seeds and everything. So first, let's look at the skills, and it's under the Fortitude skill tree, which is living off the land, and you need this if you want to be able to harvest more than one thing from wild or planted crops. Really important. If you don't have that, you just get one. Obviously that helps to get you things a lot faster. As you boost this one up, you can craft the seeds, you can craft seeds for berries and vegetable, you can get tree per harvest, really good, and mutated seeds. So I'm just gonna boost all this up. But in order to plant, it's not like in the previous versions where you would go in, you craft a hoe, and then you would use the hoe to hold the land or till the land, and you would plant down there. And no, that's not how Alpha 18 works. Alpha 18 has been, I would say, simplified and maybe dummified, but it actually works fairly well once you sort of get into it. And this is one of these farm plots that I'm going to be crafting. So how do you make a farm plot? Well, you don't need a workbench. You can just do this in your inventory. You need wood, rotting flesh, and make sure you keep this in your chest until it's needed. You need some nitrate powder, and you need the clay soil. So let's make 3 of these ones. They're fairly fast to make, and it will allow you to do planting. It just has the description which says the required to plant crops can be dug up and placed elsewhere. I believe they've nerfed that a little bit. You can find them and you can dig them up, but it's a little bit harder than it used to be. That's how you get the farm plot. But for that, you also need to have some seeds. So let's look at some seeds. Here's some corn recipe. You can see what you can do with it, but also obviously make the seed. And it takes 5 to make each seed, so it's fairly expensive. I don't know why, because normally one corn, it will give you lots of seed, because each of these kernels is supposed to be one seed. But anyway, that's gaming for you. Because, well, let's look at the later one. It says you can craft mutated seed, and that one can actually be really good, because if you can find the supercorn, which is at Grace's farm, you can craft the supercorn. Ooh, really nice. Of course, it's 5 as well, but that one is really good to plant. So now that we have these ones, let's plant it down. And you see, if you put one by itself, it's sort of a block by itself. You see, as you put them together, they line up quite nicely, unless you sort of have these planting boxes. Planting it is really simple. You just walk up to it, plant it down. Let's do the corn seed and plant that down as well. And now you see I have a potato seed, I have a pumpkin seed, super corn, and a normal corn. And you let this run and they will grow up. And of course, I'm not going to wait. I think it's a couple of days in game time, so I'm not going to wait for that. But once they grow up, you walk up to them and you punch them. Now, if they haven't grown, you're going to end up with a seed, which I'm getting here. So you want to make sure you let it grow up, and you will tell the next stage up, it will say supercorn growing, and then it'll be the supercorn which is completed. So it's fairly easy to tell apart. You no longer have to replant them if they have been grown up, because you punch them and they'll go back to the seed stage, and you get the extra corn or potato, whatever you have, which makes it really simple. And that's where living off the land higher one, especially this one, gives you 3 items and this one gives you 2 items. I would generally recommend to at least get this one, because getting 2 per plot is really useful. 3 can be useful. I have to say though that even though it's nice to be able to craft the seeds from all these things, this one especially, in general and in practice. In the game, by just looting, you can find most of these seeds, so you don't actually have to craft them. But being able to gather 2 items from wild or planted crops is really, really helpful. So I would suggest to at least get the first one so that you get more items out of it. And what you need to harvest, simply punch, 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 punch. And you see, you get the items. Here you can see in the bottom right, and you see the seeds are still here, so you don't need to replant. Just keep on punching here, and depending on your skill level, you'll get 1, 2, or more of these items. Really, really simple. So you don't actually need a really big farm, but you just need a little bit of each ones. And to be honest, that's all there is to it. You don't have to worry about having, fertilizer or anything. You don't need a hoe. You simply make the farm boxes, find the seeds or craft them yourself, plant them down, wait for them to grow up, punch them, get the food, and repeat. Just wait some more, punch, get more food, and keep at it. And of course, then you use that for your cooking. And well, I'm not going to go through that, but there are all these different things that you want to do. I haven't unlocked them myself, but they'll tell you you can use all these old sham sandwiches, etc. You see the vegetable hobo stew, for instance. You can put in some rotting flesh and of course some fat and corn and potato, and it'll be delicious. Well, I don't know if it's delicious, but it is what it is. At least it's edible, not delicious. Yep. Overall, farming has been really simplified, and some people like it, some people don't, but I know it is what it is. I think it makes farming a less significant item in the game, but at least it works. So I hope you enjoyed this quick guide, and make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. And of course, follow me on Twitter. I definitely follow back gamers. So get to your farming, build up your nice farm with all these different things, and let's have a look before I leave you. No, let's do this. Seed. You see, these are all the different seeds that you can find. So these ones up to here, you can make hop, and I think the last one they put is the pumpkin seed that they just put in the game for the Halloween event, and that allows you to make the pumpkins, which is really nice. Pumpkin lanterns that unfortunately don't seem to have any light. But anyways, hope you enjoy. I'll catch you next time.
Special thanks to the great patrons supporting the channel. If you would like to join the vetted community and support these videos, do follow the Patreon link.